Hey everybody, I'm here with Jeff. Jeff, where are we at? What are we doing?
Well, we're at the Skamokawa Farmstead Creamery, and why don't we take a tour and I'll show you what we do here.
Sweet, awesome, let's go.
This is our cheese room. You can see we've got some cheese already hanging right now. Our pasteurizer's over here in the corner. We pump the milk in from the chilling room, which we'll go into next, into that pasteurizer, that great big cauldron that's up there washed out. It's brought up to 160 degrees, and it's left at that temperature for approximately 45 minutes, and after that it's chilled back down. We pitch the culture into it, wait about a minute, pitch the rennet, leave it overnight, come back in and ladle it into the cheesecloth and let it hang and drip like you see right there. At the bottom is all the whey that's left over, and we don't waste that whey either. We also use it to feed our pigs and feed our dogs.
So, what kind of cheese is this?
So this is goat cheese. We don't do any cow cheese currently on the farm. We're just doing goat cheese here at this facility.
Awesome. Well, don't be surprised if one of those are missing as I leave.
And this is our chilling room. And after the goats are milked, the milk's brought in here, it's strained, and it's brought inside and put inside the tank here.
Oh, nice.
And then that paddle that's up top, it gets turned on to intermittent, and every once in a while it'll start to spin again. When it spins, both tanks spin, so this one's empty. We just emptied it out and took care of cheese last night, so it'll go back into the chiller here and be ready for when this one gets filled.
Got it. Now, do you do any like flavor variations of the cheese, or is it just straight goat cheese and that's it?
No, we have a whole list of different ingredients that we make. So everything from a mango chili to a garlic chive, garlic dill, everything but the bagel. So we have a huge variance of different cheeses that we put out, but it all starts with the milk that we get from these goats we're going to show you next.
Okay, awesome.
So this is the milking parlor. We're already done with our milking for the day, so it's all been cleaned back up. But all these stanchions, the goats come in, they put their heads in the stanchion here. Then we clean the udders and hand milk initially to make sure that there's no mastitis and there's nothing in the milk. And after that, then we set it up with our pump that comes through here. And this air pump is attached to a set of milking cups, and there's 2 of them that goes on each goat, and we can do 2 goats at a time. It takes about less than 3 to 5 minutes per pair.
Okay.
To get them fully milked out, and then we just move on to the next one and kind of assembly line. And if you notice, there's holes in the front where we put in grain for the ladies. Give them a little treat while they're up here working hard for us. But these are our workhorses right here. These ladies we have. There's several different breeds. So the ones with the funny missing ears, those are La Manchas. They're from, I believe, Portugal. And then the all-white ones are Sonnens. Those are from Switzerland. And then the one with the floppy ear back there and her 2 other sisters, those are Nubians, and they're an African breed. They give a ton of milk, but not a lot of milk fat, whereas the Sonnens give, or La Manchas give more milk fat, but not as much. So by blending it, we get a good mixture of all the different fat solids that we need, plus the volume. These are just the ones that are currently milking. We have a whole group out front that aren't even pregnant.
Oh, wow.
That are not currently milking.
Are you coming to make a cameo? Yeah. Hi.
And then, of course,
What's
we
up,
have
Yvonne?
a mixture of
Yvonne.
chickens and roosters.
That's a French name, Yvonne.
And then,
You don't milk the roosters, right?
no, but we try and set that up with the farm hands. The first try, let's see how well they can, if any of them are successful, we'll give them a bonus. Where is everybody, ladies? Where'd they all go?
Really? You're on TV, young lady. And now it's your turn. Perfect. Well, they're not shy. So Jeff, in terms of like volume, how much milk, cheese, what are we looking at here?
Well, we can currently we produce about between 45 and 75 pounds of cheese a week.
Oh, wow.
In terms of how much milk production we're getting, right now we're currently getting between 6.5 and 9 gallons of milk a day, and that really depends on weather. It depends on nutrition. It depends on whether they've been let out in the back to feed in the forest or whether we've been feeding them alfalfa. So
Gotcha.
a lot of people don't realize this, but goats aren't really grass eaters. They don't particularly like grass at all, but will eat it as a last kind of ditch effort. They really like kind of browse at chest level, so bushes, tree leaves, bark. They get most of their nutrition by
Doors.
selecting doors. Exactly. So they will kind of chew on anything to try and see what that'll get them. But yeah, they're an interesting animal. They're just kind of difficult to keep in and to keep them healthy. That's the hardest thing.
How long have you been here?
So we've been here since December. We purchased the farm December of last year, and so this has been 8 months now that we've been out here making this happen.
Awesome. Now, what was your experience with all of this prior to moving here?
None.
None.
No. I own a security company, and I worked in film and television.
Nice.
I've been a screenwriter for almost 30 years now. So
Awesome.
yeah, this was
transition.
yeah. Well, I feel food is the future, and food security especially. I think we need to start focusing more on local producers, local food production, being able to source where your food's coming from. With supply chain issues, grocery stores are having problems keeping shelves stocked, but you've got farmers all around your community that are growing food. You just got to go out there and find them. They're trying to find you.
Sure. So in terms of, I guess, where your product goes, markets, farmers markets?
So there's quite a few farmers markets that were utilized in the past. Vancouver Farmers Market, Astoria Farmers Market, Cathlamet as well, and restaurants and also some co-op grocery stores. But we do quite a bit of sales through a subscription service that we started. I felt like, especially with the pandemic, most of those markets got shut down, and the previous owner had a hard time getting rid of product. So I thought, I don't want to go that same route. So I've been really hitting friends and family and people from my past in the Vancouver area and offering it as a subscription service so they get a weekly delivery of food.
Yeah.
But the other thing is we can ship our products, ship our cheese anywhere in the United States, as well as our soaps that we make, so that there's no limit on where we can sell those as well.
Yeah. Oh, subscriptions are certainly popular right now. So
They are. Yeah, they really help to kind of bridge that gap and to make sure that our goal is to serve 100 families. That was it. It was a pretty modest goal, but we want to serve 100 families in the local community. And if we can provide that at the same cost matrix as regular grocery stores, then I feel like we're winning.
Awesome. All right, I got to ask, how difficult is it to milk a goat?
It's actually really difficult. And you'd think, oh, why is it so hard? Well, one is they have very small teats versus a cow. And when their bags get full, it gets really hard to try and get your fingers in there. It's not just a matter of pinching and squeezing. You have to actually close the whole seal off, much like the mouth of the buck. And then with that, you have to be able to express it. So it's like a pinch and then a squeeze motion.
Gotcha.
You want to try it out?
I mean, if you're up for it, I'm willing to give it a try. I've embarrassed myself enough already.
All right, well, we can give it a try. First come, first serve. Come on. I know.
Me. All right, is it Helena?
Go. Oh, no. Let's go, ladies. And then you want to open that gate right there and just go up the hole and we'll lead them on up there. Walk them in. There you go, ladies. Good job. Safety first.
Safety first.
You're going to want to put on some gloves. Because I don't know where your hands have been.
Wouldn't you like to know? It was a joke. Stop looking at me like that. All right, Jeff. How many times a day does this happen for these gals?
So we only milk once a day.
Got it.
A lot of other dairies milk twice a day, but we just find it's not necessary, and the yield that you get from twice a day just doesn't really pencil out for us having to spend that time doing it. All right, you want to try and wash this one? Just
It's kind of nice and gentle.
yeah, just like you're washing hands.
I know, it's cold.
So what I want to do is I want to create a ring,
Uh-huh.
and I want to squeeze tight, and then just squeeze down like that.
Got it. Now squeeze and close it off, correct?
Yep, and then use your little fingers to express it out.
Is it a tight squeeze I need to be doing?
Yep.
Okay.
Don't feel like you're going to hurt them. There you go.
Hey.
You're milking.
Looky there.
All right, ladies.
That's awesome. Well, thank you very much. I don't want to waste too much of your money.
No, I don't want to milk them too much either.
Right.
They don't like that. You want another treat? You want more treats?
You did good.
All right, I'll give you guys a little bit of treat.
Thank you, Tiara.
So this is black sunflower seeds. They really love that. Gives them a little extra protein. You ladies like that? Thank you for being extra sweet today. Didn't kick anybody. That was nice. That was nice, huh? You guys are good girls.
You know, Jeff, I did see there was a couple of long-necked goats out there. Is that like a different species, or?
Are you talking about the alpacas? Yeah, we've got some alpacas out there. We keep them on for alerting if there's any predators in the area. They're not much for taking out the predators, but they can handle some smaller coyotes and so forth. But anything like a bear or a cougar, they're not going to be much of a challenge for. But we also have the Italian donkeys for that. The Italian donkeys are are great for predator management. they are actually extremely, come on. Let's go. Come on. No more milking for today. You guys are done. That's what we do.
Well, that's awesome. They don't seem to be too, I guess, pushy. Like, it's not, you know, a difficult task or process to get them over there. They just kind of seem to be
No, they're doing what
ready
they
and
want.
willing for the most part.
Yeah, they're doing what they know how to do, and we reward them with that extra grain and the sunflower seeds and sweet cob corn. And they do their job. We take care of them and get them back out here. And then in a little bit, we're going to let them back out in that forest and let them browse and enjoy the nice summer sun.
So when you let them out back there, what is it kind of arduous as far as getting them back in here, or
No, it's as easy as going out there and yelling,
time to eat?
"Ladies, let's go!" And they come running out from the hills, and because they know that we're going to have some grain for them.
Nice.
So that's their goat crack.
Well, Jeff, I really appreciate getting to milk a goat and learning about what you're doing here. So this is really fun. I appreciate it.
Hey, I had a great time. Thank you for coming out and, you know, meeting the ladies. Ladies, can you tell them goodbye? Anybody gonna say goodbye? Bah! Guess not. I don't want to see you.
I'm used to being turned down by the ladies. All right, so while we were in the Suga Gallery, Jeff from the Skamokawa Farmstead Creamery decided to show up. He drove all the way out here because he knew we were coming to bring us some of his goat cheese. Goat cheese, cue. So we have the rosemary garlic here. He brought us several, but this is the one that we're gonna open up and try here. Cue bread. I have to thank our producer here. He's currently our hand model. All right, we'll give this a shot. I'm just gonna go finish this now. This is good. This is so good. Can't have any. All right, I'm just kidding. This is way too good not to share with you guys. Eugene is our sound person. Go ham.
Hit me. Some bread. Thank you. It's very flowery.
Allie, let me drop the cat in the frame.
All right, this is why you're not the sound guy and just the producer.
Oh man, this is good.
Isn't it so good?
It's so fresh.
All right, get in here, Mr. Producer. My
No hands left.
my turn. He didn't want to be on camera.
That's right.
You shouldn't be good my either.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
This with some red wine.
Oh,
Oh,
you're talking.
the blueberry goat cheese.
Wow. Thank you, Jeff.
Well done, Jeff.
Thank you.
Well done, Jeff. Well done. All right, enough of this. This is what I wasn't hired to do. Give me this. You guys go back to your job.